Let's go to Carolina. The running backs, no classic jersey news here, but Carolina did unveil a new black helmet design. Oh no, everyone's getting all hot and bothered over these throwbacks being released this week. So we're going to look at the Panthers backfield. Chrisitan McCaffrey, he has struggled with injuries. He has missed 23 games the past 2 seasons, guys. He has a rushing yards total of 900.5 for the 2022 season. Can he hit the over here, Jeff?
This is just such a sucker's bet. Like,
right?
They just want you to take the over so bad. They're like, look, it's 900 yards. It's Chrisitan McCaffrey. This is going to hit so easy, right? And the thing is, like, I can't sit here and because I say this all the time, I can't sit here and say, oh, you need to worry about injuries. He's got an injury history. Because what do I always say? I say injuries are random. It's the NFL. Everybody gets injured eventually. But, you know, I don't. It's Chrisitan McCaffrey on a bad team. And you look at what the Carolina Panthers did. Who did they bring in? Donta Foreman. You could see a situation where he just doesn't get as many like early down carries as well. So this is really just a prop that I'm just not interested in. I think with the Panthers projecting as like a 6-win team, I think in their team total is right now, just not a great offense. I'm just going to stay off this one. I'm just going to take I'm going to use my veto on this and say this is just not a prop you should bet. Yes, the total is basically too low for you to bet the under, but is this really a situation you want to be investing in the over as well? It's not one for me. So as the total stands, I get the arguments that like Chrisitan McCaffrey could hit this in his sleep if he plays even 15 games, but I just don't like the Panthers. I don't like taking overs on anything to do with their offense this year.
Reed T. Fowler, he was given a 96 overall rating in Madden, despite playing, like 10 games in 2 years here?
Yeah, so Jeff lays out a lot of, salient points on this. But I think when he says sucker bet, yeah, you could take it one way. Or you can take about, look, this isn't a bet of if he can do it. Because if he's healthy, of course he can do it. He went 1,100 yards in 2018 and 1,400 in 2019. So he smashed this prop when he played 16 games. That's 5 yards per carry and 6.3 or 6.4 yards per carry in those 2 seasons. It's a matter of value, right? And I look at it the same way Keenan Allen was treated about 5 or 6 years ago, right? Where he was just like every single time he went on the field, you're like, oh, he's going to get injured. And this is what we're doing with Chrisitan McCaffrey. And that is baked into this number, right? If you look at Keenan Allen after those 2 years, 4 of the 5 years, he played all 16 games, right? And only missing 1 in those 5 years. So I'm not saying Keenan Allen is Chrisitan McCaffrey or that's the correlation, but I think there's extreme value in this bet because if he plays 16 games, he is absolutely smashing this number. Donta Foreman can kick rocks for all I care. He's not going to challenge Chrisitan McCaffrey to anything. And it's Baker Mayfield, the most turnover-heavy quarterback in the NFL. You're going to give the ball to Chrisitan McCaffrey, whether it's passing it to him or handing the ball out to him. I love this. This is extreme value. Give me all of this on a bad Carolina team, especially on a bad Carolina team.
Yeah, Pierce, he could be the workhorse here. There's nobody better when he's on the field. The question is, how long can he last?
I think we're over-exaggerating his injuries. Yeah, he had an ankle issue and he had a hamstring issue, but those were bad teams. There was no reason to run him into the ground when they weren't in contention, so they took it easy on him. They've improved the offensive line a lot this season. They're going to be much more competitive. They might be able to sneak into being the number 2 seed in the NFC South. Maybe they're closer to 500. Either way, they're going to be competing all season long, and so you're not going to see him just sit McCaffrey down and let him take it easy. And I also don't think those injuries are going to be nagging and carrying forward. You look just at the math of this. If he carries the ball 12 times a game for 4.5 yards per carry, then he gets there. It's really not that hard for him to do. And also, you have to think Matt Rule is on the hot seat. He's going to get fired if he doesn't get at least a 500 or maybe even the playoffs. So he's going to have to work McCaffrey. He's not going to give the ball to Donta Foreman. If you're going to get fired, you're not going to give the ball to Donta Foreman. You're going to give the ball to McCaffrey 20 times a game and run him into the ground and not worry about it. There's no reason to take it easy on him or play it safe anymore.